So for practice today, the only prop you will need is something you can squeeze. So I like to use a rolled up mat. By the way, I have a ton of these, so if you would like a rolled up yoga mat for core work / laying over the roll, let me know. Happy to deliver it to you. So we have a bunch of these. Rolled up mat, use a pillow, you can roll up a towel. Any of these things are possible. And that's all you need. So this class is accessible to all levels. I will make sure to add modifications in there. But first and foremost, please listen to your body and make sure that everything you're doing in this practice feels right to you, feels right to your body whenever you're taking this practice. So you are definitely and completely the controller of your practice today. So with that in mind, find a comfortable seat here. Close your eyes. Just take a moment to assess where you're at. Being aware of what's currently present for you. You're feeling awake, energized, alive. Or conversely, are you feeling tired, sore, heavy? So without any expectation or judgment, just be aware of what's present for you. It's getting kind of a baseline in this moment. And then begin to navigate through your body with your breath. So noticing physically how you're feeling today in this moment. Maybe noticing through the heart, taking a deep breath or so there. Checking in with your belly, your core, space for your intuition. Letting that awareness move down to your hips, first and second chakra region, your low back, your legs. And as you continue to scan through your body, pick one spot to focus on. So it could be an area that is sore or has been giving you trouble lately. Maybe it's the shoulders and the neck, or perhaps it's your low back, your upper back, or your hips. So select one area. If there's a bunch of spots that are popping up for you, select one knowing that you can always do another practice where you select a different one. Once you've selected that area, start to breathe deeply into that area. If that spot is hard to reach with your breath, surround it with your breath. So you're trying to access it from all different points. We'll take a few more breaths here, tuning into that area, getting really curious of what is present for you. So our goal today is to focus in on this area, to get extra curious about it, and to do every single pose, every single transition in a way that's healing, enlightening to this spot. So on your next inhale, everyone, except if you're pregnant, you're not going to hold your breath, you're just going to keep your breath going. Everyone else, take a huge breath in. At the top, hold full. As you're ready, exhale out the mouth, sigh, let it go. Into that spot, fill it back up. At the top, holding full, this kumbhak. As you're ready, exhale out the mouth, let it go all the way to empty. Let's add on to that deep breath in. Holding full, notice where there's pressure, notice where there's holding. Exhale strongly out the mouth. Adding on even more, moving into Uddiyana Bandha. So on your next inhale, fill yourself up. Exhale strongly out the mouth. This time come forward. Hold empty, draw navel towards spine, all the way down. When you're ready to inhale, release the abdominals, rise back up, lift through the heart, hold the top. We're doing this 2 more times. Exhale strongly out the mouth. Hold empty, draw navel towards spine. When you're ready to inhale, release the abdominals, rise back up. Last round here, lift through the heart. Draw shoulder blades back, opening through the front body. Exhale strongly out the mouth. Hold empty, draw navel towards spine. When you're ready, release the abdominals, and then softly and carefully start to walk your hands forward in this basic fold. So if you can bring your forearms down to the ground or to props here. And you're going to take a few deep breaths, just washing through the low back, the kidneys. If your back feels tight, stay up a little bit higher. Soften through the head, the neck, the shoulders. Release some of those shoulds, have tos. Soften the jaw. And inhale, ease your way back up out of this fold, head comes up last. And we're going to come into a seated side bend. So right leg comes up over top into this double pigeon, also known as shoelace pose. If this feels like too much on your legs this morning, remember you're listening to your body, so don't do it. Just don't do what doesn't feel right. So you can take a basic cross-legged position if that doesn't feel good. And then bring your left hand out in line with the hip. Inhale, right arm extends up to the sky. Keep this length. Exhale, reach up and over for your side bend. Exhale, draw this left shoulder down away from your ear. Hug the elbow in towards the torso, so you're still activating those arm muscles and the back muscles for support. And then reach strongly so you're stretching out this right side. Check in with this spot. So if there's some heat moving there, some energy, stay with it. If you're in pain at all, then back out, switch up the pose. Wherever you are, let the head hang heavy so there's a release through the jaw, through the neck. And then fill up the space you've created with your breath. Moving into a bit of a side bend twist. Bring this right arm down to the outside of that left leg. You can stay up pretty high here. Even grab the foot if that feels better on your back. Or start to ease your way deeper so you're opening up through this right side kidney, right low back, opening those muscles, stretching to the glutes. Bringing maybe this upper arm bone all the way to the foot, torso turning to the ground. Head hangs heavy once again. Take 3 deep breaths. Oh, my earrings are ruining the sound. Stop it. Take a few more breaths here. Moving into a neck stretch, so keep the left hand planted. Inhale, right arm peels open like windmilling through the heart, and then reach that right hand so it's about 6 inches to a foot above the ground. Head hangs ridiculously heavy towards the left shoulder. And you can shift the head around to feel that sweet position where you get that deep neck stretch. And then start to breathe here from the ear all the way down to the fingers. Just imagining your breath is massaging out the side of your neck, unwinding some of the tension. And reach through this right hand, come back up, right, head comes up last. All right, switching sides. So left side comes on top of right. And then right hand comes out in line with the hip. Inhale, left arm extends up. Exhale, soften the shoulders, reach up and over toward the right side. Head hangs heavy. And just notice what difference you feel here. Most of us have sides that are a little imbalanced, so notice which one feels more open, which one's more receptive to breath. Also notice if any emotion or energy is arising through here. Check in with your spot. And then on your exhale, lower this left arm down, coming into our twist. Torso turns closer to the earth, finding the position that works best for your body, and specifically that spot you selected. You can breathe down into the low back, washing through the kidneys, this cleansing organ. Opening up to the low back, hips. Then inhale, come into your neck stretch, left arm reaches straight up to the sky, opening through the heart. Lower that left hand down so it's hovering above the earth. Head hangs heavy. If you want to do this true Forrest style, you can do those lip glide jaw slides, which makes you look like a camel. You can move it around the lower jaw. Reach through that left hand, rise back up, and then roll out the shoulders. Straighten out the legs, give them a little shake out. Come down onto your back for core work. So if you're pregnant, you are not going to come onto your back. You're going to instead come to hands and knees. And you're going to work with cat-cow to start, and then single leg and arm extensions. So what that's going to look like, everyone else get on your back, get ready. Arm comes out. Leg comes out, exhale, opposite elbow to opposite knee. So you're going to work that, a few breaths on one side, then the other, and then do a Z shape, playing around with that, and then you can always take child's pose. Everyone else, grab hold of your prop. Whatever you selected today, you can also use a block. I've used so many pillows in hotel rooms. All right, take that prop, place it in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone. Legs go straight up to the sky. Now if this is pulling on your hamstrings, your joints, or your low back, bend your knees. If that's still pulling on your low back, keep the feet on the ground. You'll get the same results, just a little bit less intense. Take a huge breath, fill up the back body with breath. Hold the breath in, press mid-back into mat, curl tailbone up, squeeze your prop. On exhale, lift head and shoulder blades up. Squeeze a little more, hold low belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid-back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze that second time, hold low belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid-back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up, squeeze a little more, draw belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders, moving into three-part twisting abs. So still have the option to keep the knees bent or feet on the ground. Activate your feet so the toes are spreading wide. Take a huge breath in. Hold that breath, press mid-spine into mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull low belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders lifted. Hold the breath, squeeze your prop. Curl tailbone up, exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze a little more, draw belly down. Inhale through center, hold full. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, curl tailbone up, reach elbows towards right thigh, pull low belly down. Inhale to center, hold the breath. Press mid-back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze your prop, exhale. Reach elbows as high as you can. Reach legs as high as you can. Pull low belly down. And inhale, lower head and shoulders. We'll do one more round. This time, focus in some of this heat, some of this energy into your spot. Take a deep breath. Hold full. Curl tailbone up, squeeze your prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull low belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders lifted. Hold full, squeeze, tucked elbow, exhale, elbows towards the left thigh. Squeeze, pull belly down. Inhale to center, hold full, squeeze, tucked elbow, exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze, pull belly down. Inhale through center, hold full, squeeze. Exhale, reach elbows higher, reach legs higher, draw low belly down. Inhale, release head and shoulders. We'll do one more round. Stay with me here, hold full. Press mid back into mat, curl elbow, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders lifted. Hold full, squeeze, tucked elbow. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze, pull belly down. Start to feel this heat. Come back to center, hold full. Squeeze, tuck. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze, pull belly down. Last one here, back through center, hold full. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach torso higher, reach legs higher. Squeeze as hard as you can, draw belly down. And release. Set your prop aside. Setting up for bridge pose. So knees stack over your heels, feet about hip width apart. Now if your low back is bothering you, soles of your feet come together. You can work with Supta Baddha Konasana instead, if bridge doesn't feel good. On your next inhale, peel the spine up and away from the mat, lifting into bridge. You have the option here to keep that prop in between your thighs or under your hips, closer down to the sit bones. So definitely not in the small of your low back for support. Root down through your feet, lift the toes away from the mat, spreading them so you've got this energy, this activation, which will help protect your knees and your hip joints. Keep your arms passive, so resting by your sides. Focus on the breath into the front body. Expanding all those areas that we compressed, that we tapped into for strength, letting them open back up, being agile. And then tune back into that location, that spot in your body you've selected. Close your eyes and fill it up with breath. Just listening and being receptive to what you hear, what's present there. Three more breaths. Exhale, remove any props. Tuck tailbone. Slowly roll the upper, mid, and lower spine back to the earth. Roll over onto one side, and then use your arms to press your way up. Head comes up last. Setting up for dolphin. Those of you familiar with it, go ahead, pop right into it. You don't need to wait for me to set you up. Mom, do it. Don't wait for me. All right, everyone else can set up with me. Gotta make fun of my mom on occasion. All right, grab hold of the opposite upper arms. This just ensures that your elbows are directly into the shoulders, protecting the shoulder joints. Then take the forearms back down to the mat, parallel to one another, or if you'd like additional support, clasp your hands. Spread fingers wide, huge breath, lift up in between the shoulders. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips to the sky. It's more important here to have a straight, long spine than anything else. So keep pressing your chest back towards the shins. Knees can be bent. Activate the chest so you're squeezing the forearms isometrically towards one another. Hips extending towards the sky. And then wash the breath through your spine. Once again, close your eyes here. Be present with sensation. Be present with what emotions are rising. Keep that breath strong to support you. Tiptoe your toes in a little bit closer. On your next inhale, float the left leg up to the sky. Spread through the toes, press through the ball of the foot. So you're finding length almost tipping the weight onto your forearms. Stay with that. Keep your breath strong. Support yourself. Feel that fire. Exhale, lower the left foot down. Inhale, float the right leg up to the sky. Shift more of the weight into the forearms. Head is not touching the earth. Resist that. Keep your core lifting. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower the right foot down. 3 more breaths in dolphin. Stay with it. Take some of this heat, some of this energy into your spine. Exhale, ease your knees to the earth. Child's pose, embryo, or puppy. So really whatever you select here should feel good on your body. So maybe your arms are extended out, maybe resting down along your sides. If this bothers your joints, you can always keep the hips lifted for a puppy variation. If you're pregnant, make sure there's no pressure on the baby. Take a few breaths here, letting the earth hold you. Washing through your spot, checking in. Inhale, roll your way up to hands and knees. Now you can take a few rounds of cat-cow if that feels good. As you're ready though, tuck your toes under, press your hips up to the sky for this first downward facing dog of the practice. It allows for some freedom in this pose. So down dog is kind of like that temperature gauge where you can check in with your body and see what's present for you. Most practices have a version of down dog. You just tune in here, maybe do a John Cottrell, walking your dog. Or Katie Shifkin style, walk your feet mat width apart, shifting the weight to one hip, getting this outer hip TFL, a T stretch. And fill it into the glutes. And the other side. Remembering each pose is here to design, or is designed to work with that area you've selected. So make sure you're checking in there. Few more breaths here, let the head hang. And if this is not your down dog today, you can always take it on hands and knees. You can always take it on your forearms. You're listening to your body, the creatrix of your own practice. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all of your out, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, spinal extension, that halfway lift. Exhale, fold it in. Again, like that, inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, fold it in. This time, draw into the belly, rise all the way up. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Maybe a little back bend at top. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Flowing through some classical suns. On your inhale, float the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Your choice today, knee could be lifted or lowered, always adding padding if needed. Keep that inhale going, open up to the torso. Maybe the arms reach to the sky or hands can stay placed on that thigh. Take an extra breath here, opening through the front body. On your exhale, lower your hands to the mat, step back to plank. Knees can always come down for support. Your choice here, you can go straight back to down dog, lifting the hips up and back, or move through that vinyasa, slow and controlled, even plane as you lower down. Inhale into cobra. Hands come forward, stretch and lengthen through the back body. Check in with the back body, make sure you're not putting pressure there. Now exhale, lower your way back down, all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale to step left foot forward, lunge. Keep that inhale going, open it up. Soften the shoulders, breathe and lift through the heart. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward folds. Drawing in through the belly, come all the way up. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center, flowing here. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, forward fold. Move at your own pace. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Keep that inhale going, open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, plank. Your choice, down dog or vinyasa, move with your breath. The slower you go, the more muscles you tap into. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to mat, forward fold. Draw into the belly, come all the way up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Keep this flow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold. Knees can bend, especially if you're feeling pressure in the hips or the back body. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, plank. Down dog or chaturanga, slow and controlled. Use your muscles to transition here. All the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last round here. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. Keep it going, open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Feels okay on the shoulders and the back body. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Draw into the belly, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes. Mountain pose. Just take a few breaths. Present. Aware. Without judgment. With your eyes still closed, inhale, float your arms back up to the sky. Exhale, sit back to chair pose, Utkatasana. We're going to do this true forest style today, so sit your weight back so that you start to feel this feedback in the thighs. And then lift the toes up, open through the heart. This is pinching your back body. Keep the back and the tailbone tucked to create space there. Your exhale, bend the elbows, open through the chest. Exhale, release the arms behind you. Either reach back with the fingertips or interlace the hands, opening even more through the chest. Breathe into the heart, feel for space here. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Give your head a little shake, yes and no. Lower the clasp, then release your hands if you had it. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. There's an optional crow pose here if you'd like. Bending your knees, stacking your knees either to the outside of the arms, squeezing, or knees onto the upper parts of the backs of the arms. Sometimes when I'm doing yoga, I can't speak. Pick up through the feet, pick up through the core. If you're not doing crow pose, just hang out your forward folds. Lift through the abdominals. Take one more inhale here. Then either step or float your way back, chaturanga. Lower all the way down to your belly. Bring your hands out in front of your shoulders. Pick the chest up about an inch or so, and then draw the chest forward. Lower your way back down, just creating more space. And now pick up the left leg. Turn toes in. Reach the leg back as far as you can. Lower it down. Most likely it's longer than the right. Other side, inhale, pick up the right. Turn toes in. Reach the leg back. Lower it down. Coming into either low cobra or sphinx pose, so your elbows are out in front of you. You can adjust where your elbows are so it feels okay on the spine. Or playing around with salabhasana, lifting up through the hands, legs, torso. Forrest, they conveniently call it boat pose to make everything confusing. Shoulder blades hug spine, reach through the fingers, lift through the legs. Spread the toes, spread the fingers, take one more inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Hands next to your chest, either pressing up through hands and knees or that reverse push-up, all the way up through plank and back to downward facing dog. Inhale to extend the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend that left knee, start to open up through the hip here. So keep equal weight through your hands. Draw back through the knee, breathe into this left side body. Left hip flexor, make sure you're not crunching through the low back. Keep that length through the spine. Inhale, re-extend the left leg, little Abhyudah pose. Exhale, left knee to outer edge of right arm. Keep the core strong. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, left knee to outer edge of left arm, aim high. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, left knee to chest. Lift up in between the shoulders. Feel for that engagement. And then set the foot down as softly as you can. Now, at any point, this back knee can come down for support. If you're feeling energized today, keep the back knee lifted. Really activate through this back right leg. Hands stay on the ground to start, framing the front foot. Really firing up through the legs, creating that isometric contraction, squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. Your inhale, float the arms back behind you. Hover here. Feel that core strength. And then draw shoulder blades onto the back. Use your core rise all the way up, crescent lunge. Check in with your spot. If this pose is bothering that area, switch it up. Give yourself the freedom to move around, to modify. On your inhale, float the arms up to the sky. Come deeper into your crescent lunge. I think one of my favorite parts of yoga is that it was literally just created by a bunch of people that were like, this feels good, we should do this, call this a pose. So let yourself create your own practice too. Fill up this pose with breath. Stay present even in these moments of silence. Moving into a spinal twist. So you have two options here. Option one is you can hook the elbow over the left thigh, coming into a prayer twist. Only taking this if it feels okay on the back body. The other option is to bring the right hand down to the inside of the foot, left hand on the thigh, or perhaps left arm reaching up. This is the variation you should do if you're pregnant. Keep opening through the heart. Breathe into this twist. Check in with that spot. Notice if there's a way to release some tension there. Keep your legs strong, firing up. Exhale, lower the left hand down, turn your torso towards the earth. Left arm is going to come to the inside of the left leg. So this may be where you stay, this deep low lunge. Maybe the right knee comes down. Maybe your forearms come all the way to the earth or a prop. If your forearms are down, you can always curl the back toes under, pick up that right knee, create that intensity. Once again, breathe down into the hips, keep the left knee hugging in. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. Lower the back knee down. You can stay here or start to turn towards the left leg. Maybe even bending the right knee. Reaching around with the left hand grabbing hold of the foot, coming into this quad stretch. And twist. Take 3 more breaths wherever you are. Be just in a deep low lunge still. Dana once made us hold that for 12 minutes. It was hell. Don't recommend it. Release the back foot if you haven't. Coming into twig pose. So left hand is going to come underneath the left side. You're going to hop this back leg forward. Enough that you come up into the ball of the left foot. Squeeze the arm with your leg. more of the weight into the hand. Maybe pick up the back leg, maybe pick up the front leg. And ease your way out of that. Keep rooting down through the left foot. Inhale, right leg reaches up to the sky, standing splits. If this is too much today, keep the right foot, or step the right foot underneath the left for a basic forward fold. Chest hugs towards left thigh. Use your arm strength, hug the elbows towards one another. Press the chest towards that left shin. Head hangs heavy, keep reaching to the right foot. For the last few breaths here, you have an option to play around with handstand. See if you can get a little moment of airtime. And on your exhale, lower the right foot to the back of your mat. Keep rooting down through your hands. Step back to plank or three-legged plank. Check in with your back body, make sure that's not pulling. Exhale either a down dog or chaturanga. Inhale, lower the foot, cobra or up dog, shoulder blades back. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take a huge breath in here. Exhale out the mouth. Again, like that, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, float the right leg up to the sky. Bend that right knee, start to open up through the hip. Equal weight through your hands, keep spreading through the fingers. Check in with that spot, so modify your pose. Make this your practice, make this practice healing, supportive. Make it delicious to your body. Inhale, float the right leg back up. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of left arm. Well, this probably doesn't feel delicious. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of right arm. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Lift up in between the shoulders. Open through the back body. And then slowly step the right foot through. Keep your hand on the ground, framing this front foot. So this may be where you stay for a moment. Back knee can always come down. But keep the legs firing up wherever you are. Isometric contraction. Inhale, float the arms back behind you. Hover above this right thigh. Shoulder blades hug spine. Reach through the fingertips. Draw forward through the crown of your head. Reach back through that heel. Inhale, come all the way up. Crescent lunge. Modify as you need. Whoops. Gotta use that wall sometimes. All right, come deeper into your lunge. You gotta have moments where you just laugh at yourself, especially when you're teaching a blank room of nothingness. Anyways, find your breath here. There's always the option to bend the elbows and take the pressure out of the shoulders. Connect into your spot. Take some of the energy, some of the heat that's building in your legs. Maybe you're shaking here in that area. Moving into our spinal twist. Exhale, either left elbow hooks over the right thigh, taking that prayer twist. Or left hand comes down. Right-handed thigh or right arm opens up to the sky. If you're in this open version, keep the head hanging. Breathe into the heart. See if you can create more space in this front part of the heart, the ribs, the belly. Exhale, lower the right hand out. Both hands to the inside of this right leg. Deep low lunge. So this may be where you stay, or perhaps coming all the way down to the forearms. Engagement through the chest. If you're able today, tuck the back toes under, activate that back leg. Breathe down into the hips. And feeling that expansion, especially through the first and second chakras. When your mind wanders, come back to your breath. Come back to the sensation. Exhale, lower the left knee if you haven't already. Start to turn towards the right side. This may be where you stay. Or bend the left knee, reach around, grab hold of the foot with the right hand, so you're coming to this twist. If you want the deeper quad stretch, draw the heel towards the glutes. Keep opening through the heart, a few more breaths. Exhale, release the foot if you have it. Both hands come down to the ground. Twig pose, just because it's fun. Take this right arm underneath the right leg, and then you're going to walk your hands as far forward as you can, basically squeezing the arm with the leg. You want to come up at least onto the tippy toes of that right foot. Forehead comes towards the ground, pick up the left leg. Maybe the right foot floats. Feeling like a badass. Lower the right foot down. Unwind here, come into standing splits. Weight shifts into the right leg. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Once again, you can always step it into a basic forward fold. Keep the arms active here. So I know there's the variation of wrapping the arm around the leg. This time, keep the hands on the ground. Squeeze the elbows towards one another so you're using the chest. And then press the chest towards the shin. Lift and spread through the left toes. We'll take a few more breaths. If you'd like to play around with handstand, walk your hands about a foot to 2 feet in front of the foot. See if you get a little air time, just cuz. All right, step the left foot to the back of your mat. Make your way back to plank or three-legged plank. Your choice, down dog or vinyasa. Move slowly and with your breath. Inhale, extend that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step left foot through. Slow and controlled warrior two. Let's spin around so I'm facing you. Rise up with your breath. So, ideally here, this front knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Knee stacked directly over heel. And then hips are squaring towards the side of your mat. Inhale, float the arms up, parallel to the ground. Connect into that strong breath. And then connect back into that spot you selected. I love warrior poses because they're both strong and completely vulnerable. Feel the power in this pose. Shoulder shrugs. Release the arms down in front of you. Take a huge breath, fill up the back of the heart. Hold full, reach the shoulders up as high as you can. Pull them straight back. Keep squeezing. Exhale, drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine. Keep squeezing as you drag down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, bend elbows. Draw bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine. Pull down. Release the arms, give the shoulders a roll out. Archer warrior two, reach the arms back up. This time, left hand reaches to the sky. Bring the hand back behind you. The right hand can come to the elbow. This may be where you stay, or take the right arm, wrap it behind your back. If you can clasp hands, go for it. Otherwise, use clothing or a belt or a strap. Soften the shoulders away from your ears. And then check in with the low back. There's a tendency to press the belly forward. Tuck tailbone so you've kept space in the low back. Soften through the shoulders. Moving into an ostrich variation. So you're welcome to stay upright or keep your arms as they are. Dive forward, come to the inside of this left leg. Little cassowary pose. Torso hangs heavy, letting gravity draw you deeper. Letting it open open up the shoulders and the spine. Unwind the arms. If you're not folded forward, fold forward at this point. Come into head to ankle prep, or as Anne likes to call it, head to ankle held. I'd agree with her. Walk the right hand back to the back of your mat, so it's the inner diagonal of that right foot. Left knee stays bent. And place the left hand on the inside of the left thigh and start to press that left leg towards the front of the mat. The rest of your torso leans towards that right foot, right hand. The deeper you bend into the knee, the more you press into the leg, the deeper you will feel this stretch. This is really good for side body, for hips, for back. Release, fire out through the legs, come all the way back upright, warrior two. Straighten out the left leg. Triangle pose, shorten your stance slightly. Left hand reaches as far forward as you can and down. Right arm floats to the sky. If this is bothering your back body, hand comes onto your hip. If you can't create this straight single plane, then bring your hand up higher. Option to open this right arm up to the sky. For true Forrest style, let the head hang. Close your eyes, fill this pose with your breath. Imagine your breath just moving outward, encompassing beyond confines of your body here. You're welcome to stay in triangle or shifting into Ardha Chandrasana, this half moon. So if half moon is your choice, hand onto hip, bend into the left knee, rock the weight forward, coming into this half moon. Left hand to the outer diagonal of the left foot, can also be on a prop. Inhale, right arm and right leg, lift up. Fill this balance up with breath. Keep activation through fingertips, through toes. For the last few breaths, if you'd like, you can bend this right knee, grab hold of the foot, move into this half bow variation. Remember, you're listening to your body, tuning into that spot. If it feels good, do it. If it doesn't, don't. Inhale, release. Lower the right hand to the ground. Exhale, hug the left or that's right knee into the chest. Inhale, reach the right leg straight back. Set it down at the back of your mat. Weight into your hands. Inhale, send the left leg up and back. Three-legged down dog. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up to the hip. This may be where you stay, or flip your dog. Open up. This is not a Forrest pose. Wild thing, sometimes it feels delicious. Only if this feels okay on the shoulder and the back body. And then flip it back over, re-extend the left leg. Either come directly into down dog or flow through that vinyasa, chaturanga. Lower the left foot down with alright. Cobra or up dog. You can always add extra push-ups. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg floats up to the sky. Exhale, step right foot through, warrior two. Little spin here. Rising up. So we'll take a few breaths here, just filling out the warrior. You can always flip the palms to release some pressure in the shoulders and the neck. Feel your breath holding you here. I'm going to work with bird wings. So release your arms down in front of you. Elbows are going to hook into your rib cage, and if you have boobs, you have to just deal with it. You're going to squeeze them a little bit. So you want to keep the elbows hooked into the ribs the whole time. Elbows pressing into the ribs strongly. Inhale, slowly keep that press, open the hands up. It's an isometric exercise. Keep the elbows hooking in. Exhale, slowly bring the hands back together. Again, inhale, slowly open the arms up. Exhale, keep the elbows squeezing, hands come back together. You should feel some stuff going on, especially in the armpit muscles. Inhale, those infraspinatus, open it back up. Exhale, draw it back together. Let's do one more. Open it up. Exhale, draw it back together. Release the arms. Roll out the shoulders. Float the arms back up. Coming into this archer. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Bend the elbow. Left hand can come to the elbow if you'd like, or wrap the arm behind your back. Take a few breaths here, softening the shoulders, core is strong. And exhale, dive forward into this ostrich archer, also known as cassowary. Once again, if this bothers you, don't do it. Switch it up. Exhale, release the arms, head to ankle held. We'll just call it that. Makes more sense. Walk the left hand to the back of the mat. Right hand comes to the inside of the thigh. Start to press the thigh forward and away, leaning towards this left side. Breathe down into the hip. Maybe deepening that bend. And release, right hand comes down. Fire up the legs, come all the way back upright. Triangle pose, straighten out the right leg, maybe shortening the stance. Reach the right arm as far forward as you can. Hand comes down, left arm opens up. Modify as you need. Let the head go. And try to create a single plane with the torso. My favorite visual here is it's like you're a toaster pastry trying to fit into a toaster. Single plane. Staying here, or Ardha Chandrasana, hand can come onto hip. Rock the weight into the right foot. Inhale, lift up. Left arm and left leg extend to the sky. Open through the heart, spread. Fingertips to fingertips, toes to toes, crown of your head drawing forward. Maybe coming into that bind, that half bow pose, if that feels okay. Just checking in with your body. Release. Exhale, left hand to the ground. Hug the left knee into your chest. Get a little Shiva squat if you'd like. Inhale, left side goes straight back. Lower it down to the ground. Shift the weight into your hands. Inhale, float the right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Option to bend the right knee, open up the hip. If you'd like, you can flip your dog, come into this wild thing. Make sure it feels okay on the shoulders and the back body. Exhale, flip it back over, re-extend the right leg. Either come directly into down dog or flow through that vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Lift in between the shoulders, feel the core engaged. Inhale, reach the left leg straight back, three-legged plank. Exhale, knee to chest. Set the leg down for pigeon on this side. So if a basic pigeon does not feel good, you can always come onto your back to take a reclined variation. Otherwise, start to fold over this left leg. We'll take just 5 breaths here. Seeing where you can release. You don't want this to be painful at all. Just feeling that first edge of resistance. And letting the breath help soften you into the pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Ease your way back up. Step back to plank, either directly to down dog or flow vinyasa. optional push-ups. Always optional. Inhale, right leg floats up. Exhale, knee to chest, lift in between the shoulders. Feel that core strong, supporting you. Inhale, leg goes straight back, three-legged plank. Exhale, knee to chest. This time, pigeon. Set the right leg down. You can also be on your back, taking that reclined variation. And then at your own rhythm, own pace, fold over this right leg. Keep the foot flexed to protect the ankle and knee joint. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. And now ease your way back up. This time, if you're on your back, stay. Not roll over onto that right hip, wrap the left leg around, and come all the way down to the earth. Hug your knees into your chest while rocking side to side. Happy baby here, reach down, grab hold of the feet, the big toes. If it feels good, keep that movement. If you need some other movements or poses before we close, please take those at your own pace. Otherwise, we'll shift into Shavasana. So, Shavasana is kind of a choose your variation today. Legs can be out, arms can be wide, like a traditional variation. If your low back is bothering you, you can always bend your knees or keep the legs up the wall. That's very cathartic to the spine. That'd be great at karate. If you're pregnant, I recommend laying on your side. And if none of that sounds appealing, make up your own version. So move into this place of final relaxation. Closing your eyes, letting the earth hold you. Select that spot once again. Tune into that area you began your practice with. Just notice what's shifted, what's there. And then let even that go. Surrendering, melting into the earth for these last few minutes of class. a longer Shavasana, please stay as long as your body is asking. Everyone else roll over onto one side. Press your way up to a seat. Once you're in your seated position, inhale, arms extend up to the sky. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Just take a moment here for gratitude for your body, your practice, this time, this space that you've gifted to yourself, that area you chose. The goodness in me bows to the goodness